For everyone watching this video right now, I want you to send it to your friends, your family, and especially the people who always tell you that the gun community is unreasonable. People who say, we just need common sense gun laws, or you guys are too conspiratorial, you don't budge, you don't give an inch. Send them this video so they can finally understand why we don't budge an inch. Because every time you trust the government with your rights, every time you give them just a little bit, they take a mile. So, Donald Trump's DOJ just sued California because Los Angeles County is playing games with concealed carry permits. I want you to think about that. The federal government had to step in and sue a sheriff's department just so regular people can exercise their right to carry a gun on their body to protect themselves. According to The Reload, the Department of Justice DOJ filed a lawsuit against Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department on Monday, alleging the county's concealed carry permitting process is unconstitutional due to extensive delays. They went on to say the lawsuit argues that the county is violating the Second and 14th Amendments by dragging its feet on applications and leaving residents in limbo for months or even years. And Fox News reported the lawsuit claims that the sheriff's department often fails to process applications within the 120 days required by state law, with some applicants waiting well over a year for a decision. It also says the Justice Department is seeking a court order requiring the sheriff's department to promptly process concealed carry permit applications and to adopt policies to ensure future compliance. See, this is exactly what I've been talking about for years. People always tell me, we just need some reasonable laws, some common sense restrictions. That's all they're asking for. And they say it like we don't already have a ton of them. The frustrating part is when you try to explain that, politicians in anti-gun states will always push the envelope. They don't believe you. They think you're just being paranoid. But here it is, right in front of you. California is literally getting sued because they refuse to follow their own laws just to keep people from carrying a gun for protection. This is why we push for constitutional carry, because if you leave your rights up to those so-called reasonable states, they'll bury you in red tape until your right doesn't exist anymore. Think about it. Even people who hate guns can understand why a woman would want a handgun in her purse while walking home at night. But California makes even that nearly impossible. And then they have the nerve to say we just want common sense laws. No, you don't. What they want is control. And every inch you give them, they take a mile. It amazes me how many people don't trust the government. They'll say politicians are liars and crooks and full of it. But those same people will turn around and say, yeah, let's trust them with my rights. Let's trust them to decide when and how I can protect myself. That literally makes zero sense. And here we are. The federal government had to step in and sue California just so people can carry a handgun. We're not even talking about AR-15s, not in a so-called assault weapon, just a basic pistol for self-defense. So when I tell you we don't believe in reasonable or common sense gun control when they spout that shit from their lips, this is why. Because they don't stop. They don't want you to have the right at all. And if you give them the chance, they'll strip it away until you have nothing left. And that's why I make hats like these, Defend America, to serve as a reminder that that's what our job is. We are the fourth chamber of government, right? Wait, you have the executive, the judicial, the legislative. Yeah, we're the fourth branch of the government, the people. And that's what we're here to do, to defend America. This is our country. So as a result, I make these hats to remind people. I make them in hats, I make them in shirts to remind everyone how important it is the Second Amendment is. Because without the Second, you don't have the Fourth, you don't have the 14th, you don't have the rest of them. You don't have a constitution because you have nothing to defend it with. So I'm gonna put a link in the description section of this video so you can check out the Defend America line. And just do it for my ego, because I had to recall how many branches of government we have. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.